Pull-up process is designed to be usable for characters of any level. Have an hello, test mic, test. Test mic, captains, am I coming through? I'm not sure. Am I coming through, Caps? Knight, hello, sir. How are you? Just kind of just a test, but I'm wanting to make sure that I'm coming through. For some reason, I'm not hearing anything. My voice is low. Okay. Maybe I can bring this up a little bit. Hopefully that helps. Coming through. Cornelio, hello, sir. And your cat. This was kind of an impromptu. We are live on the bridge on the YouTube bridge. Going to discuss the awesome that is. I'm just doing a message here, Caps. Awesome, if I can spell, that is the Star Treks. SNW EP3 and Besta. Also uploaded. Captains, bear with me now. Coming through. Okay, thank you very much. Also uploaded our vid on the Vesta. Okay. And let's send that, so at least we can send that off to our Discord. Captains, how are you? I appreciate you stopping by. I wasn't sure what we were really doing, but I wanted to test because I'd mentioned in the community tab that we were having a bit of trouble. Well, not a bit of trouble, some troubles with our existing system there. So what we wanted to do is test this to see if at least we can chat. Probably won't be able to do anything more than just chatting, but at least it's something. Because as I mentioned before, we wanted to stream here more on the YouTube bridge because it's been such an awesome journey here. And I'm not gonna lie, captains, I hope Knight, Cornelio. Oh, did I do my? If I didn't do my salute yet, I'm sorry. Let me do my salute. Captains, welcome to the bridge. I don't have my normal sound alerts here because, like I said, this is the backup system. But oh, hi sir Rob, kamusta po? FAQ nga, frequently asked questions. We're testing this out, Rob. We did our, you saw me earlier on Star Trek Online on PC. I did my paperwork on my PS4. Now, we just watched Strange New Worlds episode 3, and oh my gosh, wow. What's up, guys? Man, that Vesta is pretty. Clockwork, hello, how are you? Doing well, sir. Thank you for stopping by. We are doing, it's a test stream to see if this potato can stream at least the just chatting part, and I think it is. Just finished work on way home. Amsterdam, you pronounced well. Can hear well with headset. No problem, just here for a test. Oh, well, thank you for stopping by, and do take care on your way home, sir. But I really kind of wanted to sort of discuss the episode and first kind of the Vesta. I don't know, I'm sort of feeling kind of, how should I say, not bummed out. It's just the reaction to it. It's sometimes I try to ignore the negative reactions to it, but sometimes it just gets to me. Now, for me, the Vesta I quite enjoy and was looking forward to, actually. I was looking forward to it a lot. Muchly, I could even say, and pretty sure you captains, if you've watched the videos I've covered this on, I'm excited. I really want it, and so much so that I totally passed up on the legendary bug, and knowing that I wanted to put priority on the legendary Vesta. And I'm not disappointed, personally. I'm not disappointed. Because although performance is important on how, you can get through the contents of the game, I'm in it for the ships, if that makes sense. Like, it doesn't really matter what I put on it, because for the way that I play, it's fine, right? It's literally just either normal for story and advanced. Maybe sometimes here, we'll go to elite, but usually that means we have a pre-made team, and then usually that means we'll get through it no matter what. Oh, it's a bundle. Yeah, I'll never get it. It's a legendary bundle, Clockworks. So it is gonna be it's gonna be for 6,000 then for the initial drop, when it initially drops. So it's going to be originally 12,000, but with the 50% off, 6,000, and it probably will go up from there. Again, I have had enough Zen that I wanted to get it, no doubt. And I'm not necessarily a sort of non-canon on-screen design, but that one I'm loving. I don't know what, I just look at it. It looks so pretty. Like, it just looks so mean, and it feels right, the update on it, for me. What's the strong and weak points of the Vesta waiting for legendary gem head ship on PlayStation? Oh, you have you're on PlayStation 2, Cornelio? I mean, okay, well, it's Intel. Okay, so one, Intel got recently revamped, right? So Surgical Strikes is tested with the extender trait from the Gem Hadar, legendary Gem Hadar ship, quote unquote, is almost on par or maybe better or just about the same as Beam Overload with the extended Beam Overload trait. So, Dwayne, how's it going? Appreciate you stopping by, sir. The weak point is it's going to be subjective, if that makes sense, Cornelio. It's going to be subjective. Because for me, I really maybe at least wanted maybe a 4-3 with an experimental, or a 4-2 with experimental, or 4-3 or a 4-2 with experimental. Weak point, again, another one, maybe negative point, is that maybe just came with a normal pets. Would have been nice if they gave us kind of an exclusive. It's already an exclusive bundle, right? So here, let me put that on screen here. But hopefully, captains, I'm coming across okay. Hopefully. Let's do this before we get in trouble. Could get in trouble. Okay, no, probably not. Let's not do. Let's try. You're coming across punches? Okay, awesome. Thanks, Dwayne. Just checking something here in the background. Play. Okay, that should work. Okay, let's put this first here. Let's close this. So at least we know what we're talking about here. Okay. Is this the only pic of this ship? No, we have it here. I have the actual, actually, we have a couple pictures. So actually, let me pull up Hector's original sort of thing on it here. So Hector. So this is the first sort of concept that we got from. We saw it in the trailer from Chicago Mission. We saw it in the trailer. So here you go. That was the original one that came that we saw. Actually, it came in after the trailer, and I saw it and I immediately was like, yeah, I want that. I totally want that. Off the looks, I didn't even care what the performance of it was, and that's why, you know, the positive and negatives of it will be subjective, you know, depending on what matters to you. If you're min-maxing, I'm pretty sure it's not the best for you because torpedoes is the hardest hitting. Is this going to get through any content in the game? 100%. For me, like I mentioned, it's about the looks first. Working on my KDF species fed Delta recruiter. Nice. Yeah, Dwayne, we're not going to stream PC here, so I already did my daily earlier so that I can watch Strange New Worlds. So sexy ship looks so sleek, right? So the looks already sold me on this. 100% it sold me on this. And the side profile is a little strange, a little off, but look at that. I'm happy with that. He's flying a KD ship, the Katinga class. Nice. Spencer, hello sir, how you doing? The question is, do people want to pay? Well, okay, so you know, the age-old discussion between you and me, or between, you know, two captains, or if it's worth it to them. The reason why I'm picking it: one, I like the skin. Two, I have the resources. Three, I was gonna get the T6 bundle anyway, but then of course the legendary started to come out, as I'd mentioned. So yeah, for me, I'm going to pay, but it's, excuse me, from my in-game resources. So, you know, for me, it's worth it for me. Like, you and I talk about this all the time, and it's just subjective. It really is, you know. And the other sort of thing for this is, Clockworks. Is that there's that exclusive weapon there? We'll try to do this. Fit it in here. Is that coming across through, hopefully? Yes, it is. Perfect. Hey, Augie, how's it going? How are you, sir? For me, yeah, it's worth it. I mean, the weapons, I couldn't care less about the weapons. They look normal to me. The buffs, I'm happy for. I'll take it. You know, that seems like an extra for me. Again, the only thing that is the side profile looks kind of off for me, but everything else, the 3/4 view, the fronts, the afts, the shot. Like I'm happy about it. I know there aren't any sounds, but still, you heard it in your head though, right? You heard it in your head. I'm pretty sure. I like the look of it. Look like a knight rider. What? I never even thought of that. I never even thought. Man, if Id was here, he probably would say the same thing. Those weapons are like nice too. Yeah. So again, you're gonna get the ship. You're gonna get. Let's see here. You're gonna get the ship. Your normal sort of fluff. Let's just say it is. It's fluff, and you can get like a special Federation issue environment suit. Whatever. It doesn't really matter to me. I'm not really into that. Again, I wish they would make this Mark 15. That would be really great for any legendary bundle that they come out and decide to throw in this fluff. At least make it already marked, max level. And then, yeah, happy about these buffs that come with it, just for the sake of having them. Now, I'm not sure. I haven't seen any notes saying that they're account bound or it can be character bound, but most likely a character. Triz, do you plan on playing anything? Are you running your mouth? Rob, if you don't want to hear me running my mouth, you can go, sir. Because that kind of hurt, bro. With the black and red on it, I'm all about the space Barbie. Half the time, I'm just flying around checking out people. Yeah, I love you, bro. Captains, if you don't know, me and Rob we're pretty close. So sometimes there's a little truth to both of what he and I say, but for the most part, we're good. Yeah, of course I do. Before I started streaming Clockwork, and this was before Discovery came on, after I did my paperwork, after I did some pews, literally I would stay on my ship just turning the camera around, literally just looking at it, and for me, like I said, looks in Star Trek Online wise, looks over performance for me, because for the normal mission content that I do to advance the queues, sometimes with elites, but that's with pre-mades, there's we can get through any content. Okay, ABN, hello sir, how are you? Thank you for stopping by the bridge here. How are you? We were just doing a test stream to see if this potato can handle at least streaming and just chatting on YouTube, and it looks like it's holding okay. Again, everything is sort of just put together. The last moment here, I didn't even think I'd be able to download OBS here, but I was able to. So I have very minimal assets on this. So, but again, like I'd mentioned before, once we hit 1,000 subscribers, I wanted to stream here more, to reach out to the captains who subscribed here to the YouTube channel, which, by the way, thank you captains again for subscribing here and for getting us to 1,000 subscribers. I'm really humbled and honored. Good, just got home from Pool League. Oh my gosh, Abian, I have not played pool in years. My gosh, my pool stick is probably just somewhere downstairs. I feel like I want to play pool now, but so yeah, for me, this ship, this bundle is worth it. So Jeffrey Nelson, audio and video clear. Thank you very much, Jeffrey. How are you doing, sir? I have no, we're not reading that one. So it's worth it for me. I bet you I'm not even gonna use the weapons. I'm probably not gonna even open this right away, these buffs that got me excited, because it's gonna depend on if it's just character unlock. Again, I haven't read anything. I didn't see anything when I was reading this saying it was character bound, but it's most likely gonna be character bound. But this is what I'm after, is this ship. Definitely 100% this ship. Captains and Dahar yes, sorry. Captains, Dahar Masters, and what are the Romulans called? I forget. Someone is going to have to tell me from the Romulan Master Race. Can you buy the ship separate with the Den or unfortunately not. You're going to have to buy the whole bundle. I wish they would. Again, we've been screaming this since the 10th anniversary legendary bundle. Is wish we could just buy it on its own, right? The ship, separate it from, make it even, I don't know, higher than a sea store. But I don't want all the fluff. I really don't. Sometimes, fleet admirals are the same rank as Fed. Ah, okay. Thanks, Dwayne. So it's again, it really is going to depend on how you feel about it. I feel it's fine, like especially for the introductory offer. Again, I was thinking 12,000 is what I was gonna have to pay for, but 6,000, hey, I'm there, and I'm glad I didn't get the bug, because really that didn't appeal to me like at all. The extended trade even after the fix, yeah, that'd be great, but I don't use surgical strikes a lot. Even if I do use surgical strikes, I'll just use 2 copies of it, whatever. Once you get the ship, you need to at least blow up a star. I'm pretty sure I'll christen it by blowing myself up in some sort of shape, way, or form. But again, that going back to your question earlier, Cornelio, it's going to be that worth it subjective. It's up to you, right? It's holding its. Okay, I was hoping to be a skin for an old ship. Yeah, no, unfortunately. So 6,000 Zen for the introductory offer, which is weird because it's the cleanest looking fire mode. No, you're right, Augie. It's not. You're not wrong, but it doesn't mean I need to have it. It's not necessarily anything that I want to sort of have, because I don't need it. I'll just put beam overload on it and I'll be fine. I get in your. Oh! Mixed up. What are you. Oh my gosh! It's so. The mixed stud! Oh my god! Mixed stud, you didn't have. Oh my god. Mixed stud, thank you so much. You didn't have to do that. Jeez, thank you. I don't have sound command here, so let me just say it. It's the mixed mapping. It's the mixed mapping. It's the mixed mapping. How's that? Mixed, you didn't have to do. Jeez. Thank you, sir. I was just testing to see if I could stream on here, just kind of, just chatting here, and to see if this will sort of hold up. And it seems like we're doing. Mind you, Rob, what are you? My God, Rob, Mixed, you guys are already subbed on the Twitch, bro. Kayo talaga. My gosh, you guys. See, this is why Rob does this, so that he can troll me hard. Rob, sir, bro, man, I love you, man. Thanks. Thank you so much. Jeez. I got 89 cents. Almost there, almost. A few of my favorite streamers gathering here. Yeah. we're pretty on payday. I'm going to get the Admiral tier. No, you, and what? What are you doing? Whoa. Easy, Rob. It's okay. Thank you, Rob. Again, thank you. Here's a thought. Maybe one time they will try to, maybe as a FOMO, why not put legendary skins in the Dill store? Right? Why not? You said play with oh my god. Why do you have to try to make it so we're all the same person with different personalities? Yeah. Well, I guess the good thing for me on console is I will have enough time to get my resources up for both bundles. Which both? You're also gonna get the legendary bug ship too. So that's dropping next week. That's dropping next week, right? So again, I'm happy with this. We're going to have some fun with this. We're gonna take some shelfies. I am so going to kit bash this. I want to see how that weapon pod looks on this, and maybe just like one of the deflectors from the tier 6 versions. Now, if the 12th anniversary ships were any indication, there may be a lot of clipping, but we'll see. Also, where's my sword? This video is taking forever. Which one? Oh, you're the Vesta one. I have to. I guess I still have to do. I don't know how to do that yet. Well, I'll have to look that up. Okay. Where's my sword? I saw the ship in your gameplay, but I was hoping it'd be a little bigger. But I like the look of it. Which one? This one? It did look. You know, it's a little small. I mean, the Vesta's not that big, a Vesta, right? But you can use again the Vesta skin. But if you're again, they're selling this not necessarily because of this skin. It's the whole package, right? The tier 6 skin, the buffs, the legendary status. Yes, I already have the resources set for the bug ship. Just have to consolidate from. Ah, nice. The brigade with the new Intel skin is best. Yeah, you know, again, we're gonna have some kit bash sessions to see what we can come up with, and you know, I see the Knight Rider. I never even thought of the Knight Rider thing, but this again, it looks like they took the Eclipse, the Vesta, and just like put them together, you know. And this is like one of my favorite shots of it. And then when we saw it in game, it looked pretty cool. It like looked really good. By the way, Triz, I decided to get the 2-tier 6 coupon ship again to get the Terran Audi and the... Oh wow, okay. Wait. Weren't you gonna get... Wait. So you're not gonna get the... What do you call it? The Merdani? Was that your original choice? Or was that someone else? The thing these different personalities have in common, they are interacting with their viewers a lot, taking time to answer. Well, you know, it's sort of... It's all about, you know, connecting, right? It's all about talking about what we love, and whatever aspect of Star Trek in general that may be, you know. Did they set a price yet? Cypher, how's it going? My captain. Yes, so 12,000 is the base price, and for the introductory offer, it's going to be 6,000, so 50% off. So definitely I am here for it. So it says it right here. Yes. So 12,000 for limited time. Enjoy special introductory offer of 50% off. So only though from May 26th to June 9th. That's not even like a full pay period, but oh, I mean, I guess some people get paid at the end of the month. Nice, Salt. Nice. All about touching. No, Augie, no. That was my original choice, but after seeing the ISS Enterprise at the new episode Blue Shifts. Oh, awesome, Dwayne. No, hey, again, right? You gotta go with what you are gonna enjoy to fly. I mean, not to say that the Merdani is a bad ship. Obviously, it has one of the best, you know, traits in game, but it's all about looking good. And it said the Adamant? Yeah, the Adamant and the Enterprise F. Nice. I'm not sure 100% yet what I'm going to get, but you know, if we get it, that means we can just sort of hold on to it. All China stream is no Augie. Pretty much, yeah. Especially when you start typing things that I just don't feel comfortable saying. Plus the weapons pod. Yes, I'm. How do you make it good? Any ship good? Just stick a torpedo pod on it and a lance. Phaser lance. And a phaser lance, Dwayne. You get a phaser lance with that. I mean, I think it was Augie. Was it Augie that said, why not just stick the adamant on top of the... Could you imagine? It's like, we're talking about now Voltes 5 type things happening here in Star Trek Online. That combine two ships to make one. That would be hilarious. That'd definitely be hilarious. But... you know, again, the one thing I wanted to say was also as well, again, it's not, anyone has a right to their opinion. I'm not taking away from anyone, that away from anyone, obviously. It's just when personal attacks start to happen, that's not right. And Augie's shared a couple of those, that's just not right. Just because I choose to like this, it shouldn't really, give you or anyone the right to do a personal attack, because that's just not right. Did any of you have issues updating the Arch Launcher app for some reason I can't? No, not even on this potato. Augmented hell 5.1 on a 4. What kind of So what you're saying is you're gonna have a 9.5 layout, Augie. That's a 9.5 layout, and yeah, that would deserve a let's go. The Triz said, I understand Augie's military mindset. If you need translation, I might be. Oh no, again, it's again, just like the relationship I have with Augie, it's pretty much half trolling. Loose scenario, hello sir, how are you? I bought an MSN for the Vesta and the 10th annual bundle, but not buying the Vesta for the ship, but for the gym. Well, hey, if that's what again, I want to see, because it's not really mentioned here what if these things are character locked. I'm pretty sure they are, but yeah. It update and nothing? Ooh. Like mine usually auto updates. When I started again here on this laptop here, it auto updated itself. So I'm not sure what's going on there. I think you might be able to force my Filipino side came out. Force verify. Yep, gonna be bind on character with. Is it gonna be character? Okay, so you're gonna have to pick and choose the two. See, I have not even used my Age of Discovery boost yet, which is probably what I think is gonna happen with me. I'm not gonna use it, but I'm going to really pick the captain who's gonna get those photonic officers. Probably gonna be Triz. Plus, if we ever do another mirror theme stream again. Ooh, yeah, that's true. That's true, Dwayne. Jeff? Primitive be. Oh, hello, good morning. How are you? I haven't either. So far in the Romulan. I think I used the Romulan, and I think I used the AOI? I think I did. And the Klingon, the KDF one. I used the KDF one. So maybe it was the KDF and but I still got one. So who knows? Maybe for the future, right? It looked like a stealth ship. Also, how come still went back to 24.9? That's a good. I never even thought about that. That's a good assessment there. But that's true. We were supposed to go to 24.10, but meh. Maybe it was an oversight night. But I already have a plan for the ship. I'm gonna use it for my own character. I claim the legendary pet camp. Ah, nice. Are you starting a third character when the recruit starts on? Yes. So, Cornelio, I'm going to be making a Jem'Hadar and a new Delta recruit. So that's right there. I'm gonna make a Jem'Hadar and a Delta recruit. Definitely 100%. So whatever recruit, any new recruit that I haven't done on console, I'm gonna do it. Now the question is how I'm gonna work on it, but it's always about the time. But at least I'm gonna get through the tutorial, and I don't mind going through the new tutorial for the Delta again because that was awesome. I'm going to try and do a size surgical strike builds with Ox. Yeah, because I think you can definitely put more than one. I remember doing a build a long time ago when I first got the Vesta. I just kept claiming kept claiming the Ox cannons. Special issue weapons are just fleet. Yeah, no, I'm not. I don't, whatever. I don't think it necessarily. I think they just added it in to make it worth the fluff. Make the fluff worth it. But I'm not gonna use it. I have a Tommy gun. Don't need that. You know, I would pay Zen. I would definitely pay Zen to transfer a token of some sort, a code, from PC to console. I'd love to do that, and or vice versa, especially those who want to try the PC. I don't know if that's even possible, but I would think it would just be a code, right? Just for the ship, just for a ship code. And you'd have to pay for it, meaning you pay for it, you know, for what it, how much it is on, you know, the Zen store, and then pay an additional transfer token of some sort. I'd love that. Just look at that. It's so, I know, listen, isn't it? So good. I want to see how the kit bash option looks like, but I love the nacelles on this. I really do. They look so Tron like. Edge Lord issue ground weapons. Edge Lord? Don't forget to do the tutorial on PS4 to show it. Oh, Dwayne, that's a great idea. Jeez, Dwayne, awesome. That's so the 26th. So we're gonna do it this weekend. That's what we'll do this week. Thank you, Dwayne. I want a Kelpian disco recruit. Didn't they say they were gonna have a Kelpian sometime, or I can't remember. 24/9/13. We're in 2022 now, and they still say we're 24/09 so far. It's just same months, 4 hours. I know. The news in the Xbox, it says from now until June if you start a Gemheadar, but I had to go to the website to find out. No, 26. Jeff, they primitive. It's the 26th, so that next week. So we're gonna get the Gemheadar recruit next week, and well, actually, I'll have time to do the original tutorial because, right? Yeah, because it's not until June. So I think June is when Stormfall hits console. So from the end of the Gemheadar recruit, that's what's gonna happen. I think what's it's gonna be. So it'll come again. I'm gonna be making a Gemheadar tune. I'm gonna make a new Fed tune to go through the tutorial only when it drops. So there's gonna be some time. And I'd love to go through the Gemheadar story again. I haven't. It's been a while, so I only have the one. I only went through it once. My alien Romulan Klingon is as tall as a Kelpian. Nice. The Kelpian, they need to make that. So some captains have made a really good Kelpian look-alike from just using the alien sort of tunes and then just sort of, you know, making them whatever. Is everything reclaimable on another tunes from the bundle? That's the thing, Dark. I think Augie just mentioned earlier that a lot of those extras, like the officers, the weapon packs, the boost itself, is character bind. I think the only thing that will be across the account is the ship. So yeah, be careful on who you open that on. They need more details in the news in the console itself. It's misleading. When I went yesterday, I noticed it. Yeah, oh yeah, no, I think we sort of mentioned that too on the video, but yeah, that they always do that. What needs to be in game is Orion's species fed? Yeah. There's a lot of people that will make one. All items received from this bundle are bind to character on pickup. No energy credit value. Oh right, that was at the end there. That's right. All right, there you go. Yeah, you're right. That's kind of cock. Well, again, they're making exclusive. They did the same thing with Wei Yun. I find that this had more value in it, so it's. I don't know. I won't necessarily need to open those photonic. It's just, it'll be nice to know that I have them, you know. So they're holograms. They can stay in a box for a bit. It's not gonna hurt anyone. They're just gonna be fine. So again, looking, I think this is the 26th. So yeah, next week definitely gonna get it. Hopefully by next week I find out what happens to my PC there, but It is what it is. Okay, Captain. So that is that. I'm happy with this. I cannot wait to sort of mix match this. I think I'll take out the Vesta before then, but Jeff, I started one, but there was no recruit Jews you needed. Yeah, with all the cross faction ships, any alien should be in any faction. Yeah, I read that, but the fact that they are character biome doesn't mean you can't reclaim them somewhere else. If those bundles work the same as the recent one that I used, let's say on the legendary Romulan bundle, yeah. The only thing I can claim from that bundle on another character is the ship itself, the Tliss. Yeah, I wonder how this is gonna work, because again, I think it was one of these ships. I think it was the Palatine, had a really good, robust looking deflector. So I really want to see how that looks like married with the Kalian, with the weapons pod on the Kalian, and then I'd probably leave everything. I'd leave everything else. Damn, it looks like a Prometheus there. But yeah, I'd probably leave everything else. Weapons pod, change the deflector, because that'll change this profile. This looks like it's just one piece there. And that was the only thing that was throwing me off. Other than that, that's just a very minor thing. Cloaking device, too bad, not a battle cloak. Yeah, to be honest, Cyber, even if I have battle cloak, I don't use it. Tough luck then. Yeah. Goofball, hello, hello. How are you? I don't have most of my sounds. I do, like, I have the Captain on the Bridge sound, but it didn't sound right. And I'm not sure if it's just because I downloaded Audacity here and it just did not come. It's not coming across through, so I may have to mess with the settings on Audacity a little bit. But how are you? Sorry, I almost read it as Palpatine. I think I had one too many drinks today. I actually read it that way too. I'm not gonna lie. I had to kind of stop myself. I hope he is. Ikaw talaga. I love how I just used my emotes as... I like that. I can see myself bowing. Kala ko kung ano nang ginagawa mo dyan eh. But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to kit bashing this to see. At the end of the day, most likely just want to put that weapons pod. Probably just gonna put the weapons pod. I haven't actually... Wait, is the Vesta, the new skin there, in game now already? Or is it on Tribble? I think it was only in Tribble, wasn't it? You're still pretty excited, I see. Oh, yes, definitely. I mean, if you know, Goofball, how excited I have been since we heard this in Mission Chicago. What is that, like a month, not 2 months now? It's been 2 months? Oh my gosh. I couldn't contain myself when I saw this. I was like almost crying up in a little ball in the corner. In game already, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, okay, that's good. I say that black color skin they added to all the ships in game for Long Warbird. I mean, you can add this, the black skin on a ship if you just get the, vanity shields, but. And the consoles on the Vesta classes can be... Yes. See, the quantum focus phaser thing, I want to see if we can just mess around with that somewhere. So you're going to have the quantum focus phaser, the phaser lance from the Deimos, and let's maybe put that back onto the Phantom Intel for its phaser lance. Maybe for a little bit of more DACA, put the Inquiries, whatever that is, the Vada thing. Oh my gosh. that just sounds so much fun. Like, so much fun right there, Dwayne. They already look revamped in the C-Store. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, I'm glad I didn't get this. I was itching to get this years ago, and then all of a sudden they started releasing the legendary ships. So to me, this made it even worth it even more now that I think of it, because I would have gotten those ships. And most of the ships that I've already got legendary, I have like all the ships that came before it. So I'm really happy that the only thing that I have here was the Vesta original bundle. And then now I can get the new skin and the 3 skins and then all of the consoles and all that. So to me, it's worth it to have all that for the 6,000, the 6K Zen, 6,000K. Stop it, Rob. Stop it. Yeah, already look. Yeah, so I'm cool with that. I don't really know about the trait. I don't really care. Some about healing, sure, whatever. I'm not the 6,000. Hey, listen, I can English. I promise. Next thing we'll see, phaser lance, rapid fire builds could be fun. Yeah, again, I love it. For the most things that we do in game, it's just advanced stuff. It just to fly around in the ship, I'm happy with. And that's why when it came to the old games like Star Trek Starfleet Command or Legacy, I would just keep, either going through the story again or do the skirmishes. Same thing with Star Trek Starfleet Command, just do the skirmishes because I just enjoyed being in the ship, that we saw on screen. Literally, that's it. So that was one of the bonus things for me was for Star Trek Online, it became a little bit more, but it's still kind of the same thing, and I'm okay with that because that's kind of what I grew up on. I wish I would have started Star Trek Online sooner, but yeah, apparently the time that I got in around 2014, STO had improved so much from the original launch that, yeah, people were saying at that time you didn't even know the pains of being of being a beta because of how clunky things were. The UI, I mean, I saw the UI, I was like, oh, it's alien to me, but I'm pretty sure to you Caps, I've been here since beta. Looks it's pretty. If you like RTS games, Stellaris has the Star Trek mod. You see, Cyber, I do have Stellaris because it was free on GOG, so I got it for free. I do plan on playing it, but the RTS games I'm not really a fan of, so that's why I never played Armada. I think I played that type of game once. It was Starcraft? I think it was Starcraft. As a free play experience, I had time to get dilithium, but now with it being so busy schedule, I cannot. It takes me time. Yeah, and the experiment with the console PS4 account free to play is to see what I can get within a year. And just for logging in 1 hour a day, if that, to do the daily, to do doffing, Admiralty, Pendevers, all the EC I've gotten in game, all the marks I've gotten in game, is just me doing the events. And maybe that's because I know how to, sort of get the resources and allocate them to where I want to right away. Because right now I'm at like a 900 dill ore and about 500. Oh, what am I? For sure 500k refined dill. And that's just playing. That's just sort of just playing the dailies or whatever is on, whatever event is on. So yeah, excited. Goofball knows. Let's go. Yes, let's go. So, Captains, the other thing I wanted to do tonight, since our connection is stable, is talk about Strange New Worlds. So there may be a little bit of spoilers here to those who have not watched it yet. Because I just watched it. And oh my god. I know Augie already watched it, but at the end there, I will say I was getting some feels there. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to get in trouble for showing this, but I didn't necessarily want to go over, like, I'm not going to play it, but Strange New Worlds is epic. Yeah, no, I do like it. Maybe we'll just be safe and just put this on. I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna be transformative enough. I'm not sure. Great. Oh, Augie. Oh man. There was so much going on, but it didn't feel like it was too much going on. The pacing just felt really good. I only had a chance to watch it twice. Yeah, I just watched it, and I, like in fashion, I did my notes here, and man, from beginning to end, I was glued to my screen. I was just there in the moment, and I was connecting with almost all the characters that they showed. Don't talk, don't show it. Yeah, no, I'll no, I wasn't gonna necessarily show the show, but just like screen grabs from it. It was interesting. Love the series so far. Oh yeah, no, so what I again, spoiler alert, Captain, spoiler alert, just to let you know, spoiler. This is the whole point of it. We're gonna talk about this because there was some good stuff in here, and Una, I was definitely waiting for Una such an episode because she was one of my favorites ever since I saw her in Discovery. And not only did we get Una, we got Hemmer, we got Mabanga, and almost like everyone, really, right? We almost got everyone. Not much of Ortegas, a little bit of Uhura, but some Chapel here on the side. I like the story for Mabanga. I'm not gonna lie. At the end there, I kind of got a little. Whew. Oh man, again they did the whole pattern buffer thing, and it was whew. I saw the trailer that the Enterprise is firing red face. Right, Dwayne? I know. What's up with that? We're gonna talk about that too as well, maybe another time, but definitely the whole I love how also they start with a recap. I kind of like that, actually, hold on here. We're gonna do something quickly so that we don't get in trouble much. Where is the bottom? We're gonna move this up a little bit. And then hopefully that actually covers this. So where's the thumb? Yeah, I think that worked. I think. Maybe? Well, gotta go, Captains. Lucenario, thank you very much. Have a good one. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. We'll give you an LLAP. Thank you. I mean, I see some show by YouTube. I mean, I wanted to show something down by. Oh, really? Even were they playing it? Let's hold on. If they were playing it, then I can see that happening. But if it's he tell you what. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. Nice and quick. We're not gonna play it. We're gonna screen grab, right? So we're gonna take the shots here and there, and just kind of go screen by screen, because again, it was such a great episode. I really do think, so it starts off with what, La'an doing her log and talk about the Illyrians, about how they're like kind of augmented type, or their type of culture or whatever. See, when it came to those details, I see how that made and connected by the end with the Illyrians. But again, from beginning to end, oh my gosh, it was so good. No headbutting lights, okay? No, we're not gonna be headbutting lights, but we get a nice. We're not gonna play it, but we're just gonna go, show that that was the first sort of opening screen there, was that, right? And had a planet that was having an ion storm. Like, look at that. That looks so much. It doesn't feel like that's how a storm would look like on a planet. I don't know. Like, that just looks way too massive. But, you know, the one thing, where is that? What I want is those jackets. I want those jackets. I want them jackets. Where'd it go here? Where'd it go? That, I want those. I want those jackets in Star Trek Online. I really do. Looks like the planet, but facing Armageddon. I mean, exactly. How is that like a normal ion storm? That doesn't... Yes, Dwayne, definitely 100%. I want those uniforms, and yeah, we're not gonna risk it, but you know, the gist of it is they're on a planet of the Illyrians, and then they come back to the ship. They're, you know, infected with it, but they're having troubles getting them up. So this is when Hammer comes in, and I love Hammer. Now, I've said this before. Hammer is actually from my city, so I'm gonna take that connection. Didn't they have them at Chicago? I think so, yeah. Primitive. It's actually an invasive nebula, so it just kind of rolls through there because apparently they have a lot of storms that go on there. But and how freaky was this, Augie, that it was literally by the end talking about what we're going through now, or what we've gone through for like the last 2 years, you know? Tactical gear on the security forces from Picard until the timeline. Yeah. The Confederation cipher? Definitely want that, yeah. I mean, from what Al Rivera said, right, he wants everything that's been seen on screen, I'm paraphrasing, in Stowe. It's just a lot of what's going to make sense for them at the time. So if they ever do a Confederation sort of thing and maybe another timeline, ooh, could you imagine another story timeline, the Confederation? So now we have the Mirror, the Terrans, and the Confederation? Oof. Nebula Planet, you're in my way. Coming through. Oh god, no. Yeah, no, you know, again, we didn't get much there, but, you know, so they get to the planet. Hammer does his thing, and losing, you know, to try to cut through the storm, puts more power from the warp core. I love this screen. I love the screen and the coalition. Yeah, this screenshot of what he was working on, where showed the Enterprise and the sort of the innards of the Enterprise there. It was, again, the warp core and the engine room is just massive. That's one of the notes that I made here. It's just massive. The engine room was just way too much, I think, but it is what it is. It wasn't taken away from Hammer. Hammer has a presence. I don't know. He doesn't have a lot of lines, but he has presence, and I like that. You know, I really do. I'm enjoying his character for how many lines he's already made, because he's sort of kind of like, how do you say, he's got a chip on his shoulder, you know, because, you know, he said it too also in the episode with Uhura. It's like he doesn't like being said that he's got an impairment or something, you know. But also, no. But yeah, so Hammer helps little Kyle out there in the Kyle in the transporter room, boosts up, gets everyone up there. But before, I thought for some reason that Ensign, what's his name, Ensign Lance, I thought he was gonna take something from the whatever he was looking through when Pike was calling them. So I had sort of thought he was gonna steal something. I don't know why, because I thought they're just focusing on him, and apparently that's who, yeah, Avian, that's the one who smashed his head, because now this virus, I guess is what they call it, right? It was a virus, was changing their sort of body to drop their vitamin D levels, and the only solution was to smash their heads in the light. I mean, that's what the apparently, right? I just thought he was gonna play more of a role for some reason. But so that scene so right there, that the one that I made the thumbnail for, the Una scene there, that was her sort of body reaction to what's happening. And of course, well, we're gonna find out later, but I also want Picard's weapons collection from oh my gosh, that scene, oof. If they can sort of recreate that somehow, Cypher, and have, oof, that would be awesome. Alternate universe gremlins must have light. That was, again, so Ortega's kind of said something, I thought Ortega's was going to get sort of hit by this, but really all that had happened to her was she just kind of saw Lance, and then kind of just restrained him after he smashed his head. He was stripping, though. He was stripping right in the hallway. I think the only related thing that bothers me is all this new generation of Trek is from the short Trek where they trapped in the turbolift. Ship was just empty. Oh, yeah. I must have a goal to cut the skull for a desk. How about a Ferengi skull? That's pretty intricate, the skull there. But just the whole, you know what? Cypher, Eagle Moss, they're gonna get you a skull collection. Could you imagine? They'll probably do that. Someone's gonna do that. Someone's gonna do that. They're gonna post it on Twitter or Facebook or whatever. But yeah, so I thought Ortega's, that was it though. That was the end of Ortega's. Not the end of her, but that's the last time we saw her in this episode. But going and then what's her, Una comes back, and then all of a sudden, like, we gotta punch through the planets. I loved how Una was taking command. Again, that's why Bobble. Oh my God, yes. And that's why I'm loving Una, because she is a very strong-willed character, but she's not too strong, if that makes sense. It wasn't overpowering, and it was just right. It was just the amount of right. And comparing her to La'an has more, just very abrasive, in your face, again, chip on your shoulder type deal. And when it came to Una, it was more of a Pike-esque control, if that makes, just getting it done. No need for extra emotion. Just work at it. And I quite appreciated that she was getting this moment for Stranger Worlds, because again, she was one of the characters that I was really looking forward to watching her character grow, and sort of here, look at where's that scene? I think I have it here. Oh, that's not it. Nope, that's not it. No, look at this. Look how huge the engine room is. Like, that's just crazy. This one, there you go. I wanted this is the one here. I don't know why. Oops. I loved this graphic of the Enterprise there. It just, I don't know, it just looked really cool. Obviously a little too forward, but I mean, it is what it is. I thought for some reason Hammer wasn't going to be affected by any of this, because it seemed like for the good portion of it, he was sort of immune to it. But of course, boosting the power the way he did led to other things. But But I do also love the fact that we got a little bit more Dr. Mabanga, because Dr. Mabanga wasn't in the last episode at all, if I'm not mistaken. Chapel was, but not Mabanga. So, and I think it sort of makes sense why now, because of what we found out. And I don't know how you felt about it, Caps, if you saw it, but that was really, that end reveal, that hit the feels. That little twist at the end with the doctor. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yes. So that. So good. So good. And even with Una, with Una and Pike, that whole thing, the dynamic there, again, as much as it wasn't obviously Pike centric this time, I'm glad he still had a presence, but it was like Una, and because it was an Una centric show, even though Pike had his moments with, on the planet with Spock, because they got stuck down there because of the storm, they had to go find shelter. It still really showcased Una a lot, and I really did appreciate that. He's like, going about my business, nothing to say. that's the only thing missing was like whistling Avian, right? Just kind of whistling while you work there. But what else do I got here? So talking about, you see, Chapel. I loved Chapel here. I really did. She's got, again, nothing too much. It's just the right amount of the characters here. They showed a lot. They didn't, again, Ortegas had that little scene, but we saw everyone else here. But it was a good mixture of pacing between all the little, scenes. I need to, my see, doesn't want to wait. Okay, no problem, Primitive. Well, we'll still be here. We're gonna be here for a bit. At least for another, what time is it? It's only 12 o'clock, so we're good. I did all my paperwork, well, not all my paperwork, but I did all what I need to do on PC, and I really just wanted to do this because, like I said, we did a poll there on the community tab. If there was any captains that wanted to talk. I know this was kind of impromptu, but this is also just a test. But since after we watched Stranger Worlds, we might as well make it, right? We might as well discuss it because it was really good. And the thing is, I never caught on, and maybe that's just because of how, I'm not that bright. I never caught on the whole little why Una didn't tell the truth to Mabanga. And I know people sort of can catch that like while they're watching stuff, but yeah, no, the chapel scene and Mabanga in the med bay, it was all good. Quite enjoyed that. And then of course I think this is where Una wants Hammer to do a level 5 diagnostic and everything, and of course one of the reveals there is it's 8 a.m. here. Oh my gosh, good morning. Yeah, it's 12 here. you're 8 hours in the future. You're 8 hours in the future. From me. Okay. So there's this, for some reason, this scene here, where did that go? I'm trying to play it here. And again, I want the jackets. This scene here reminded me of a plus 15 that I used to go when I was working, when I was doing a project downtown. It just had just that feeling of just, I'm wondering, was this a plus 15 sort of building downtown somewhere that they think? I mean, so the story here with Spock and Pike, of course, is they're stuck in the planet, and Spock is doing all the research on the Alarians and what happened to them, and essentially kind of tells us what. Well, they were trying to reverse engineer their, themselves so that they could join the Federation. I kind of like that. I really kind of did. Temporal agent, yeah, I like that. The one silent lesson that was learned when seeking shelter: don't have a winter work. Right? Like just don't. Like there's no point in that. Now, See, I'm not showing this because we don't want to get taken down here. So they get taken down there. I love how the intro just pops in there. Like, I was already invested, and then the intro comes in. I'm like, what? And of course, we love that intro. We do love that intro. That scene though with Una, that was pretty. I was just gonna rip her shirt off. Now, I did love the interaction between Hammer and Una though. What I quite enjoyed about it was their, again, the screen presence that they had wasn't overpowering each other, even though Una is, you know, the first officer. Just literally the commanding officer with the chief engineer trying to figure out what's going on, talking about, of course, he hinted here, the med biofilters or whatever that is for the transporter. And I just love the interaction between Hammer and Una. And Hammer, again, is a very strong character. He doesn't say much, but when he says it, there's some weight to it. That makes sense. There's that engine room again. Like, when he says something, there is a presence to his lines, and I really do enjoy it. Kind of like sarcastic too. Look at that again. I cannot get over this bridge. I just really can't get over this bridge and how massive that is. But it looks good. I don't know how they're going to explain it, or if they're going to retcon. If they're going to retcon the, you know, the TOS, or what, if they're going to retcon this, who knows. Hammer has a similar personality to mine. Doesn't seem like it. He doesn't swear. No, I'm just kidding. Very short to the point, you know. He's very just forward, and he's very confident, and he makes a great chief engineer, and I really do appreciate that with him. And you know, him actually being blind in real life, I think that's pretty cool. That they incorporated that into the whole thing. I'm a genius, yeah. Similar to mine. Now, I don't know why Una had to do this whole research on the what do you call them? Illinaire? Illyrians? I was saying it earlier, now I can't say it, but like, she should know already, right? But they showed her in her, what is it, that looks like the meeting room there, the briefing room, and going through the files. Of course, she sees a picture of that one child that looked like her reaction, then she figures it out that, you know, it's essentially she is immune to it. Scotty before Scotty was on the Enterprise. Yeah? Hammer is Miles O'Brien and Odo put together. I see that. I can see that. Yeah, I definitely see that. So, haha. So now this whole La'an thing. So I said this before. La'an. So the first episode, she surprised me a lot, because I literally didn't see it coming, where it became a character centric on her already. Even though it was about Pike, but it really introduced La'an. The second episode, La'an felt like it was a bit too much for me. The fact that you have Pike meeting his fate. Yeah. Now, when La'an sort of got into the episode, she's doing her thing, and of course she gets infected like right away. Like, there was no even, within 2 minutes she already was looking for the light and already had to go to sick bay. But she wasn't as in your face in this one. There was, other than the fact that when they had that little fight later between her and Una, which I thought was, it was okay. It was, you know, I want to think about it, and I think for those who's trained in fighting, either it be Muay Thai boxing or whatever else self-defense martial arts, you kind of you know, pick up on little things on technique and stuff like that. But it was a good fight. you know. But yeah, La'an was a little bit less in the face today, I found. And it was quite enjoyable how this again really still always pulled back to La'an, still going to Spock and, you know, Pike and the planet, and but overall, you know, the okay, I was calling them fire beings. Okay, because again, we're gonna jump to the. I was calling these things fire beings. That's what I wrote down. At the end of the day, they called them like plasma beings. I am a black belt in the way of the marshmallow. But why marshmallows? You like marshmallows, Augie? Plasma, yeah. No, they called it plasma entities. As I wrote down, I was writing. I wrote fire entities. That's kind of what I had here. But I said, bye, sir. Good night, sir. Bye, sir po. Ingat ka po. Oh, what's this? I don't. Why do you gotta play that? Dang it! You know I can't play it here. We can't play it here. In this car, we get in trouble. We can get in trouble in this car. We don't want to get in trouble. No! They might. No! People get taken down, sir, for playing stuff. I finally found the master of the marshmallow. Teach me. Melt the marshmallow and put it between 2 graham crackers and a chocolate. Good night, bro. Again, bro, thank you so much. Man, you didn't have to remember. Thank you. No, I'm not. It has music, and then it's going to shut down. I'm enjoying a stream just being a stream, not having shut down. Play it in your head. Just play it. You know, just play it. I know you did. But what about it backwards? That's the thing. I don't know the policies yet here. I do know they played you. Batuhan kita. Ano ka na? Matulog ka na nga. Naknantokwa. Nakanantokwa ka naman, oh, Robser. But yeah, those plasma beings were quite hilarious because I said fire beings. I love you too, bro. Have a good night. I kind of had a feeling that's what they were, you know, what they came up at the end, but then, you know, of course, next day. Now the whole Uhura thing, she didn't have a lot of things here other than the fact that, you know, on the bridge when Una was trying to get her to punch through the storm and communicate to try to get to Pike there, but this scene was a little weird. Now, I was a little shocked here to find out that they did not have their own personal quarters, if I'm not mistaken, right? So, what are these? I don't know what they're doing here, just kind of dancing in front of the. Now, that scene there, she said computer and simulation or end hollow, whatever, fire beings, they were the power race where they, well, pretty close. They look the same, but they, like, I didn't catch on this. I thought they broke into her room or into her quarters to put the light show on, but apparently, you know, they're sort of the roommates. I don't think that they were like that before. The cadets usually don't have their own quarters, and maybe that's it, goofball. But you know, I just sort of was shocked by it. But it was cool. They gave her a little bit moment, but again, still, man, they were pissed though too. Look at that. They're really mad when it turned on. Of course, it goes back to the med bay lower decks. I mean, I guess I remember watching this particular. Where is this moment here? Here we see Chapel here. I'm liking Chapel. I'm liking how she's being portrayed here by this actress. I never knew her before, but she's sassy and I love it. I love her sass. This is the part of the trailer too that we see. Of course, they're discussing the whole thing about it's a virus now, and this scene was a little weird because, again, if I'm not mistaken, this is where they kind of quarantine everyone here, and like before this, but Hammer comes in. This is when we find out that he, Mabanga's hiding something, and a lot of this was from actually the Mabanga character trailer, and this is where we find out, kind of hinting that something is up with Mabanga. Again, I love how just there. I didn't really realize how many people were in this scene going towards the light. I didn't realize how many people. Like, look how many people. This med bay is huge. What, the original TOS? How many did it have? Like 3 beds, it looks like, at most. At least I don't think so. Lower decks, shooting officer, usually room together, lieutenant. Ah, okay. They trying to say quarantines don't work. Yeah, you know what's also... No, Augie, I don't. This med bay. The med bay. It felt like really kind of crazy, but yeah, Mabanga was. It felt like he went to 0 to 10, but then of course we found out why, and it's kind of eerie, and then of course goes back to the planet. The plasma entities start banging on the door, and Spock gets cut, and of course Una goes back, try to see what's going on. She gets it. This is where they find out that this is a, what do you call it? Like it transmits through light. Like what? How would you even, right? We all know that this was definitely mirroring what's happening with the whole thing. Oh, so this is where Una did the level 5 quarantine after finding this out. You don't want to play it. We get play, we get in trouble. But I thought it was a pretty cool way of putting this together. This thing travels through light. Like, how do you fight that? Yeah, no, this is where she quarantines everyone. When she made that announcement of quarantine, flashbacks of 2 years ago. Literally flashbacks of 2 years ago. I was like, dang. Everything that they were saying too, the whole quarantine, it was just sort of... Curlin, sir, how you doing? Spoiler alert. Just telling you, spoiler alert. Well, good night, everyone. Cypher, have a good night. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it. Thank you for coming by the test stream, but it looks like we can do this no problem here. So we're going to do this a little bit more. Definitely we're going to do this more. But yeah, no, this is where she, again, finds out where a picture of her own in the ready room. And okay, this scene was trippy. This scene was trippy when Hammer was tripping out. When Hammer was tripping out. Again, the actor did such a great job in portraying this in his sort of own little way. He literally beamed up a piece of the mantle. Like, holy. No, there's none. So it travels through light. Everyone hide in the bathroom. Well, pretty much, right? That was kind of the whole point of quarantine, because they were... What they did is like what the governments did here. They bought time, right? They're trying to buy time, in trying to figure out what's happening and not let it spread enough. But regardless, it's... How do you keep out the light? You know, like even there with the dim lights, right? They had the lights on, but I thought this scene was pretty... was kind of nerve-wracking, because I thought what I thought Hammer was doing originally was coming up with a solution. Originally, when I first saw this. So in my mind, I was like, okay, so he's, but he was talking all funny and weird, right? But at the end of the day, yeah, he's like, yeah, you know what? I want to touch the mantle of this, of the planet. And the weird thing is, with Una being who she is, which again I didn't pick up until later, was apparently she's really strong. Because once Hammer started to go for the mantelpiece, okay, this is nothing to her. Literally picked him up, put him over his shoulder, and then dramatic music was playing. Like, it really felt unnecessary, but I don't know what that was trying to do, but whatever. It is what it is. It was like sort of Mission Impossible-esque for some reason. How did you carry him here? Don't ask. I know. Going for the suplex, yeah. Of course, Pike has to have his Pike-isms here, right? Because the next scene, they're in the planet, and then these plasma entities are trying to break in, and like armed with a cylinder or something, and armed with knowledge. Spock's again. I still couldn't connect to Spock here. I really couldn't. It's hard for me to connect with him, but this whole little thing here, this next sequence, it kind of gave me some goosebumps. They were being protected by these things, which of course, we find out again a little bit later, but we saw this in the trailer. They were being protected by these entities because the windows broke. But I thought they were going to attack them when they knocked Pike's pistol out of his hand. But no, they're just huddling over them, they kind of realized that too while they were huddling there. And then that's it. The plasma storm just ended. That's it. Ta-da, all done. Going for the soup. So, again, not much of Pike this episode, but when he was in the scenes, he again set the tone. Right? And of course, oh my gosh. Una just bringing in Hammer. No problem. And of course, now this is where we find out Mabanga and Chapel is infected now too, so I thought that it's, the scenes between these three, again, the relationship building, connecting with the crew, was really genuine is the word that can come. It was really genuine when they're talking to each other. It's with there's no ego, if that makes sense. They're just really trying to work through the problem. No one had like every solution. They were just really, talking with each other. Why did they not continue their research after the storm left? Because they wanted to get back to their ship like ASAP. Because then they say like the ion storms are kind of frequent there on the planet. But still seeking shelter in a room with a window. Yes, you're right, Avian. It never actually leaves. Yeah. No, you're right. And again, the interaction with all of them is just really. See, I just find it very genuine. And the speech here that Mabanga had, this was in the trailer when he was talking about the whole prejudice things, about, it really hit home. And I think I definitely connected a lot more with Mabanga in this episode, in that level where he is really trying to say, you know what, I'm just a doctor, I'm a physician. I mean, the last scene when the ship leaves, the storm is also moving away. Yeah, no, you're right. It was sort of there at the over. I think we'll kind of look at that too at the end there. I thought that speech was really cool. I felt the feels. After all these years we still can't get along on the very basic level. And Star Trek has always been trying to mirror everything that's been going on. And even though this, you know, any type of stereotyping, prejudice, this episode was trying to really nail that home. To quote McCoy, I'm a doctor, not a bricklayer, right? So I appreciate it a lot more, but this next sequence though, this is where this cut deep. La'an cut Una deep here. They'll probably have a lot more episodes that are centered around other officers. And yes, and you know what, Goofball, I really am looking forward to that, because even though this episode, again, you know me, had no pews, there's not that much pews at all. There was none, really. I was so engaged from beginning to end. I was wanting to find out more of the characters. I wanted to find out more of the story, where this was going. And of course, that fight there really, yeah, La'an cuts Una deep. But these two are, like, they're strong. Their fight sequence, though, eh. Of course, you know, La'an was taking down the protective shielding for the reactor core, and yeah, it's not centered around the gray-haired captain, I'm sure. He'll still be there. You know, he's setting the tone, right? He's setting the tone of everything, and that's fine. And I don't, even though he's in the scene, I don't think he's trying to make it all about him. That's the thing I like. He sets the tone, possibly, and always being the example, always, you know, putting first his officers. I like that, and we get a lot of that here at the end. But this fight was good in a sense where, you know, between the two is showcasing how strong they were because of their, you know, augmented sort of abilities. But yeah, the fight had its moments, but you can tell, you know, they're not really martial artists or whatever. But the knockout, though, that was the headbutt from La'an. Holy jeez, calls her like a monster. Oof, monster. Knocked her out. Of course, this was, I thought the warp core exploded. I didn't necessarily understand it. I was like, think about it. TOS PP was a total last resort. Yes. No, you're right. You're right. And it's that moment where Lance, you know, they get what they need to get to save everyone else, but her immune response was enough that so it even transferred over to La'an. That was a lot of Tecmo babble that I'm not writing down. See Dr. Kirk's first medical officer from TOS in the second season of Western. Ooh, really? Nice. Nice. No, and so this was sort of that awe moment. He had two scenarios, but yeah, those plasma entities most likely were the colonists. So, and whether it was because of their reverse engineering, because at the end they wanted to join the Federation, and that's what happened. And again, a lot more technobabble with the Ion Storm thing, but I thought it was pretty cool. It kind of closed it off in a nice little bow. And of course, this moment between the two, again, when it came between La'an and Una, I was appreciative of how La'an wasn't really in your face. It was just about a discussion about, hey, you know, between the two, they knew each other, talking about the augments. And, you know, of course, I think Augie was saying it before, the whole reveal was, right, she is directly Khan's descendant, which was really, whew. Oh, it's a question. Oh, sorry. Oh, will we see? I thought you said we'll see. is the USS Enterprise. Okay, Clock. I've been saying this for the videos that I've been covering. I love how Strange New Worlds is treating the Enterprise as its own character. I really feel that the respect that they're giving it, the beauty shots, whether it's just the flyby shots or the steady shots, I really do enjoy what they're doing with the shots of the Enterprise. And I've said this before, the only thing I wish is they would have the straight pylons. Literally, that's it. But this was a good scene between the two. It closed it off, and again, Una being her superior was... the relationship there was there. The building between the two, they're still pretty close. Talks about, of course, being one of Starfleet because it doesn't matter that she's a Illyrian. This scene, goofball, I was losing it in this scene. I'll tell you right now, I was losing it in this scene at the very end where she says, "Sorry, I'm an Illyrian, I resign." Pike's like, "No, I don't care. You're the best." That line right there, not caring and just defending, Una, the whole, I don't care what you are. I wish we could get... It's still, here, even in this show, it's still there. The whole prejudice thing is still there. Of course, favorite episode so far. This was good. I think this was tugging the heartstrings. Clockworks, the word. Response was classic, yeah. Rejected, yes. And it was a great scene. It was such a great scene, and the relationship between Una and Pike was really solidified more here for me, especially when he said, "Let me worry about Starfleet." It's just the way that whole thing went was really just well done between the two. It was just pure acting. But even then, there was still this real, genuine conversation that they were having, and again, talking about not caring what one's background is. And this is just the stuff that, again, man, the feels in this, it was really good. Okay, well, you want to talk about the heartstring where it was actually pulled. Ooh. I think because having a daughter, going to head out. Good night. Okay, Jeff Primitive, thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate that. We'll have more of these here. I felt what Mabengo was saying, and it was really hard not to see my daughter. And I didn't even realize how young. Like, we see it here, and oh my gosh, it was so heartbreaking. And then Una had her sort of moment with Mabenga, how Pike had that moment with Una, right? Like, and I'm going, essentially she's going to have like direct power from the warp core to essentially maintain this for him. Like that, man, that, nope, stop, nope, Like, I guess I felt his father sort of side come out of him. It was really an emotional part that I was able to connect with. A good point after the scene with Pike. What if she wasn't the hero she saved the day? Would Pike have been willing to overlook her reveal? Obviously the plot is going to be what the plot is. But they obviously put that in there, right? And for the most part, I would think Pike is a good judgment of character, because at the end of the day, it didn't happen, right? Because her main goal was always to just be in Starfleet. That was a point that she was hammering home too, right? In the conversations. The next scene as well. Yeah, I know, Avian. It was just... I didn't. I thought we were gonna see his daughter there with, um, and I thought he was actually gonna get arrested for some reason, or something was gonna happen. But you know, we get all this pattern buffer thing, and all I can think of was Scotty, right? That whole thing with Scotty. And yeah, she's like, she's never gonna age, and he's just holding out hope until he can find something. Oh, like, how could you not have the feels when she says, "Hi, Daddy"? Hmm. TNG episode relics, yeah. This scene hurt. It just, mm. Obviously he's trying to be as happy as he can be, but just to know that in the back of your mind that you know you're, oh, whoo. Mm-mm. I enjoyed this scene a lot. I really did. And of course the captain, the log that she did there at the end, and the reading though at the end there was just superb. It's like he has this voice. It's really so there's that ion storm rolling off, right? The planet. But I guess it actually, like, look at that. It just literally boils over it. So what does that mean? Does that mean the colonists are in there? Hmm. Does that mean the colonists are in there? Oof, that shot of that Enterprise. And that act. Sorry. But yeah, no, that this scene is what got me. Definitely that's the scene that got me. And I don't care what anyone says. They can call me whatever they want, but I'm not gonna deny the feels, right? It was really, it just felt heartfelt, really. Una wouldn't diss him after just having not been. Yeah, no, and it just felt like it was, passing on, passing it on type thing, right? Goofball. So I really think overall it was a great episode. The pacing I felt here was, I didn't think was too crazy. There was a lot of things going on. They showed almost everyone, and everyone had a part in here. The only one that had the minor part here was Ortegas, and the next, I believe, would have been Uhura. But for, where is this? Sorry, I'm just gonna plug in my computer here. For the most part, this definitely is up there. So the 3 episodes so far, where would I rank this? I'd rank it second. So the first episode first, the third, this one second, and then the Uhura-centric one third. The score for this one is not as high as the first one, but still, I would say higher than the second one. But I love the second one because of Uhura. But Una was a character that I was really looking forward to having her episode shown, because I really did enjoy how she's portraying number one. Very strong, not too strong. Again, there's a sincerity and a genuinity in how all of these actors, and that's why I felt like I covered it the way I have been, even the actresses interviewed, because they really wanted to make sure that this was done right. And 3 episodes in out of 10, the nitpicks I have, even though the second episode had those 2 visual questions that I have, of course, with the red phaser and the red photons, regardless, everything so far has just been so great. It brings me back to when I was watching Star Trek when I was a child, being engaged, watching to the end, just really wanting to find out how things, tie up in a little bow. The Illyrians are now interesting race, and I love how Una said to La'an that they don't augment for conquest; they do it to seek harm. Yes, and that was really good, Hawkworks. And again, I said it before. I want first. I love the ship battles and all that stuff in Star Trek, but it's episodes like these when I can connect to, and this is connecting on another level too, because if I think about TNG, I liked it because I was a kid, things that I saw, but here, the connection here was two things, right? It was about accepting who one is, and of course a father's love for his, for his family. This is what really got it for me. Shepherds in episode 2 were practical effects. It looked amazing. Oh, really? No. Because I'm pretty sure the Enterprise was CGI. No? But yeah, it's so hard to not like this for me. And seeing some of the comments that not only, I've been pretty fortunate. I've had some okay comments here about Strange New Worlds on the stuff that I've covered, but seeing other comments on either Twitter or wherever on the internet or videos, it amazes me how they just can't take it for face value. They keep saying woke, 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 woke. I don't really see it that way. If I'm enjoying something, that's it. I'm watching it because I enjoy it. I'm not watching something to sort of make a point of something. It's yeah. I gotta watch that then, Clockworks. I find that people are taking this too deep when it's not really meant to. Okay, is there some messages here? Of course. Star Trek's always had messages, and Star Trek's always mirrored what's happening in real life, and this hit home, obviously, right? With the pandemic, the words quarantine was like, I heard that, I'm like, dang, flashbacks of like 2 years ago. But I think how they did this episode, the pacing, like I said before, it just felt good. I wish there was more Ortegas, but I hope we get a little bit more Ortegas in the next episode. But again, she's shown too in this episode 2 with her, was it evasive maneuver Ortegas Gamma 1? Love that. Love that. To be honest, the people who are saying woke, woke, woke must not have really watched the original series that well. Exactly. Right? It's like, it's always been, but that's the thing. Star Trek has always been like that. But why can't it just be a show for the sake of being a show to enjoy? Right? Like, okay, I get it. You don't like it. Fine. Then don't watch it. Obviously, they're watching it, so that's why they have an opinion on it. Right? So, but then they'll keep watching it, which is the stupid part. So, it just kind of, it doesn't make sense in my head, where these people, again, I'm not sure it's the same people over and over again, but they'll watch the episode, they'll have something to say about it, say woke, 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 and then they'll just keep saying it. Well, then stop watching if you don't like it. They're ruining our Trek. Okay, that's your Trek. What are you talking about? The Trek has just been fine, for me at least. In some aspects, again, I've said before, I don't agree with some of the Treks, but that's fine. I say the same thing. If you don't like the show, don't look at it and then get mad with it. Right? Just don't watch it. The sad thing is that even if you don't like the woke aspect, which is ingrained in the Star Trek DNA, it's still enjoyable visual. Yes! The level of how this is done, I'm liking it. Like everything, the love that's been put into, if this is what we got originally, rather than Discovery, I'm not sure where we would be now, but Discovery did pave the way to having all of this. obviously this was a spawn off of that. Okay, my vid is up. Finally, YouTube is finally, YouTube trying to piss me off. I say your show is in the past. This is for. Even then, though, like I'm a TNG baby, and I have not agreed with all the Trek that has been, on the past 4 years, mostly Discovery. But I'm enjoying Strange New Worlds to the point where I will talk for hours about it, because this is where part of me learned to be just optimistic, to just be positive, to just try to find the good in things, to find solutions, to, this, I said this to Spencer. Was it Spencer I was talking to? I think it was Spencer. Oh no, McStud. It was McStud. I was saying to him that, in real life, I have, sort of leadership roles. Whether, my work, I'm a sales manager in the choir, I'm a choir leader, I'm a personal trainer, and a lot of younger people look towards me when they call me Kuya. It means older brother. So seeing this, and the reason why I'm connecting with Pike is just I'm learning on how, those are the type of things that I do. I put people in front of before me. When they come to me for help, I make it about them. I will talk about examples that happened to me, and then at the end say, you know what, but at the end of the day, you're the one who's making that decision. And that's why I guess I'm appreciating this even a lot more, because I'm connecting it on so many levels for me. Whoa, disco is my jam. Hey, and that's okay. You loved it. That's okay. Discovery had more of a feel like this. It would have been. Yeah. I agree, ABN. It's like most people didn't get into Trek until the Calvin movies came out. Yeah, there's a lot of this whole net that people try to cast, right? In as not just this IP, not just Star Trek, Star Wars, everywhere. It's such a general net where they will try to just throw nuggets for the old fans, but then make it all flashy for the new fans. But I think this is how you do it correctly. Whether it's because it's pulling nostalgia, strings in me, I don't know, but I don't see how anyone can see this as bad. I'm not watching it. Not because I don't like it, because it sounds really interesting, but because I'm not paying money to watch one show tonight. Oh, no, fair enough, Curlin. I'm pretty sure, when you have the opportunity, though, you'll watch it, right? Same here, 8-year-old me seeing TNG once a week. Yeah. I said I wasn't going to watch this until everything was done so I could binge watch. See, now I'm wanting more. That's the thing, too, that this is the first time in a long time that I've wanted to just, that I've had that inkling of wanting to get to the next show. And the last time I felt this was when me and my wife was watching The Walking Dead. Walking Dead was more action based, but this is just a different level for me. It's just connecting to me on so many levels. Disco wanted to try something new. Next part, at least for me, worked, but they did not change it. Keep doing the Galaxy season. Yeah, no, you're right. In however they end up doing that, moving forward in terms of what they do season 5, because it's season 5 now, I believe, right? And I did quite enjoy that, or love the fact that Stranger Worlds spawned from this. But I enjoyed when Pike, Una was on Discovery, because again, the presence was just so different, Right, but you guys, Dwayne, have a good night. Thank you for stopping by here. Appreciate it. And it's carrying through, and everything that I thought that this show would be is that and more. It is. It's this again exceeded my expectations. I didn't know where this was bringing me, and boom, heartstrings tugged. I could say like shows weird, funny ships and Yeah, exactly. And for the most part, why I've decided to cover this stuff in Stranger World is because I eventually want to see whatever we see in Stranger Worlds in Stowe, right? Like the uniforms. I want their uniforms. I want their jackets that they were just wearing. Uh, the archer can stay on screen. The archer can stay on screen. That was a weird looking ship. Season 5 Extreme Exchange World Disco. Well, there was a video that I was watching while I was driving to a site there a couple days ago, Clockworks, when it was a review on episode 2, that it was talking about how season 5 is going to be like Strange New Worlds because of how well Strange New Worlds is being received. But we were telling you that, and we could have told you that when Discovery first started. Not going to take anything away from Discovery because, like I said, I respect it. It gave us all of this, right? And some people do quite actually enjoy Discovery, and more power to them. It's just opening up more avenues. Lower Decks. I love Lower Decks. It is quite hilarious how that has. I didn't like it at first, but then when I binge watched both seasons 1 and 2, oh man, I was hooked. By I think third, fourth episode of Lower Decks, I was hooked. And even though I didn't like the fact that they were just throwing nostalgia nuggets like left, right, and center to us, it was more getting its own sort of feel, its own legs by season 2. And I appreciated everything that was Mariner's in your face. I get it. Boimler is the fall 2 guy or the fall on guy or whatever, but overall they still respected, like, even the pew pews there, right? When you saw the Titan, when you saw the the Cerritos against the Packlet ship along with the Vulcan ship, from there alone, I mean, okay, so now we got the Cerritos and the Parliament, right? We have the Titan. We now are probably going to get the Obina, hopefully, and the, what do you call it? The Obina, and there's another ship there, the Vulcan ship. Yeah, Lower Decks is special as well. Yeah, it's a good self-contained, I get it, I love it. And the Space Slug, yes, love the Space Slug. It's a great Space Slug. But yeah, I feel, don't forget the Space Slug. I know. I'd be hilarious. Apparently, someone told me this, that they did say it in Mission Chicago. So if someone knows, Captain, just let me know. But they said that the jelly ship, or the jelly being that was showed there in Mission Chicago, is the event ship, the summer event ship. Not reward. It's goofy, but manages to give feel. Yes, Clockworks, definitely. I absolutely love that. I really do, and I think it's gonna do good in season 3 if it just keeps up the same formula. I'm pretty sure they're not gonna stop the nostalgia nuggets. They're and here's a thought. Here's a thought, and I've said this before on stream, and I'll say it again. What I think is going to happen, because since one YouTuber made a video about how Star Trek is also embracing this multiverse thing, this multi-timeline, this alternate timeline, prime timeline, whatever, I think that there's going to be there's going to be an episode or a movie or an arc where all of this is going to converge, and we're going to have everyone in one episode or a room. Could you imagine the refit Discovery fighting alongside the Disco Prize with the Cerritos, with the, I don't know how they're gonna do that, but I just thought it'd be kind of a fun thought. And what, the Titan, the what else hero ship that we got, the Protostar, And then all in one episode, we're gonna have Janeway, Picard, you know, every lead is gonna be in one episode. I just think that would be, oh wow. Whew. Don't know how that would work. I'm pretty sure they can do it. If not all the existing, the current running franchise, episode series. Think about Picard and Picard, Discovery, and Strange New Worlds having a crossover. People in the 90s hated the original Star Trek. People in the 80s hated. Yeah, I know this. You're right. I'd lose my freaking mind. Would you? Right? And Star Trek basically started the alternate timeline, multiple universe thing. I guess you're right. Sorry. Well, no, I'm sorry. I say that because that's what the video said. I can't remember what video was it. It was a Star Trek reviewer thingy, but the point that I got from that is, could you imagine if they would have Picard, Discovery, Strange New Worlds in a crossed over show, episode 3-part story arc? I don't know. Wow, call it what you want. I would lose my ever loving mind. I would lose it. And I think that it would have a lot of potential for nostalgia nuggets left, right, and center. And then you throw Q in there. Just throw Q in there, because I'd like to think that even though he said that his last act of sending them back to the future, and because Rio stayed in the past, that they had surplus energy, maybe he still had enough energy to make all the shenanigans happen. It'd be like all good things on steroids. I'm not sure what ship we would have there. Discovery. Of course, we would have the Discovery refit. Strange New Worlds, the Disco Prize. But what would Picard have? Would he have an old school Galaxy? A Sovereign? Inquiry? I don't know. The XL2, the Stargazer would be the main ship, I guess, and Seven as the captain. Q would be the cause of the crossover event. Exactly. Right? Give Picard the Sovereign. See, we still have the Stargazer, though, too. I just thought of that, Avian. We still have the Stargazer. Again, you still have Seven there. And then somehow still put... Because even though Kate is on what do you call it? Oh, Prodigy, right? She's still a current Star Trek actor working right now. So they could maybe give her an admiral role there, right, too? Just kind of an appearance. Oh my god, I would lose my ever-loving mind. Some people want Star Trek dead, just like Babylon 5. But we say no. Why would they want it dead? I don't... Okay, I'm not gonna lie that I didn't feel good about what I was seeing in Discovery. I understand that it was new stuff, sure. But this Strange New Worlds has brought it back to me on another level. And this is what I've been wanting. Like 100%, this is what I've been wanting. And for me to even just talk about this in videos and do this stream just specifically for that, or half that, there is still love for me wanting this type of Trek. It doesn't have to be all about the pews, but we're still getting the pretty ship. That's the thing, expand version of short Treks, like actual series that every episode should be awesome stories. You know what I said, Clockworks, before? I want, when short Treks was a thing, what I wanted before was all the ships that were present in First Contact. I wanted all those individual ships to have their own short Trek. So the Akiras that were there, or an Akira, the Reliance, of course, you'd have Worf as captain of the Defiant, a Steamrunner, a Saber, a Norway, a Nebula, and each ship would have its own centric episode, and then leading up to first contact battle. Yeah, get stories from the hood. Stargazer Europe ships. Yeah, exactly. Or something just to, because admit it or not, the ships are a huge part of Star Trek, right? You are greedy. Why am I greedy? I quite enjoy, I quite enjoy thinking of a series that would just be that. Because again, there wouldn't be too much of a stretch. All those assets are there. They would save so much money in producing these short treks. Yet I think they would get so much love from the fandom. Could you imagine having the first contact sort of backstory expanded upon by having those short treks of the ships who were on the Akira, and having an Akira as a hero ship for at least oh my gosh, yes, please, I'd love that. Or how about some episodes from the Klingon ramen side of the picture? No, I'm sorry. We all know that, and this of course bleeds over into Stowe. That's why everything is so Fed heavy, right? That it's just about the Federation. Throw in a couple episodes, right? Sure, ABN. I wouldn't, be opposed to that. But for me, the Federation ship designs, for the most part, a good majority of them I love. Any side except the Borg side. Well, in Lower Decks, the last, what was it? Was it the last episode where they were showing Lower Decks Borg? That was hilarious. I keep forgetting that people actually think the ships are more important than the characters. Joy, that is where my thoughts go first. The priority of me liking something in Star Trek, it's the ships, characters, and then the shows. But at a very, very superficial level. It just has to look good. Like, Strange New Worlds is ticking all the boxes for me. Like, I can watch an episode of TNG and just like it because it, like yesterday's Enterprise. That had everything for me too as well. All good things. I mean, a lot of it did, really. But there'd be some episodes that say DS9 or just be about the ships, not necessarily about the character building or the story. I just wanted to see the ships pew pew, especially when it was the Dominion War. After Enterprise, I honestly thought Star Trek was done, even after the Calvin movies. The thought of a new series was just not in the cards in my head. We live in a very, very odd time right now, where someone trying to revive a franchise, they just love to keep going back in time, and or they just put it so forward that it just messes up the fandom, which I don't think nothing that anyone will do in any franchise will make a fandom happy, if that makes sense. Ship like part of the story, but the crew very much it for me, like I said, Clockworks, it's always been about the ships for me, because the first thing that I saw that got me hooked into Star Trek was the Enterprise D. That stock footage of the ship just kind of, from up down or just moving, that was the first shot. I was like, whoa, that just hooked me. And of course, that's when I started watching it, and Picard and Riker and all the crew and stuff. Yeah, they're there. Yeah, the connection is there. It's important, obviously, but like I said, the formula that Strange New Worlds is using right now, keep it, don't change it. Don't even don't even mess with it. It's working, but even though it's working for me, it may not work for others. So happy how much Trek there is. I don't care. Yeah, no, it's hard sometimes not to though. Clockwork, because as much as positivity that I try to be, when I read, let's say, some comments or whatever, at that point it's sort of bogs you down still, you know what I mean? And you can ignore it, but you still sort of read it and it just kind of bums you out. Like, really? Like, you're gonna really say what you said, comment what you commented because of what you think, just because it's woke? Like, how about just because you're being a decent a human being, you know? Not when you have YouTube grifters making bank. Okay, so yes, and the whole hate on Trek, the whole taking advantage of the hate that is out there, and then throwing gasoline on the fire, or what they think is a fire. Like, I remember it wasn't just Doomcock, it was also Midnight Edge, really downing what, and again, they were downing Discovery, but I'm even here, they're downing even Strange New Worlds. Like, I want to watch the reviews of this episode by those people to see what they say. Like, if they couldn't just connect it at that level, that Dr. Mabanga was doing what he did for his daughter that he wants to find a cure for, just that level of story right there, how could I want to see what they say about it. I really do. Sam, how's it going, Sam? Thank you for stopping by. Just started watching Strange New Worlds. Okay, I like it. Right? Right? We've been talking about it for like the last, well, I don't know how long I've been streaming. 2 hours? Well, for the first hour we were talking about the Vesta. Yeah, it takes away from the love, how people get angry for you liking what I don't care. Exactly. It's weird. Now, again, you don't know if it's just for the hate clicks or for for money, for profit, whatever. And to a certain degree, you want to kind of give them credit, right? Because they've built a channel that is like massive. Like, I think Doomcock has like 200 plus subscribers, maybe, or is it 300? I can't remember. And think about that. I'm not saying all the 200,000 hate, but there's a majority that when he streams live, he'll have other YouTubers with him, and I see like thousands of people watching them, and think about it. That 1,000 hates what they're talking about. Spock has grown on me. Has it really? Has he really? For me, not yet. Not yet. Spock is just still kind of a neutral. Is still neutral for me, Sam. But like, it's struggling with getting over the fear of dying. Yeah, that's like giving. Oh, I wouldn't go that far. When I say give him credit, it's more just, that they found themselves in a room with like-minded people. All they're really doing is hating Trek. I would not even remotely bring it anywhere close to that. For some of them, you more hate just to hate. I have seen who got the win. They tried to defend completely. Yeah. The same character, I liked her instantly. I said, Sam, La'an in the first episode, she really surprised me, and I did like her there. Didn't like her much in the second episode. This third episode, she kind of pulled back on her in your face. So he's absolutely built off hate. Doom attacks all the fans of Star Wars, Star Trek, Marvel. Yeah, no, you're right. And again, they've been able to find each other, and then when I see them stream, like I don't watch their streams, I watch more of his videos. The things that he says, okay, I might agree if I was looking at it that way, but I'm just trying to enjoy it for what it is. Again, if I don't like something, I don't like it. That's it. I'm not gonna go over and say, you know, F this, F that, you know, you're ruining my life or ruining whoever's life, ruining this. Like, holy jeez, just okay, fine. Like, to a certain degree, he's trying to make it that he wants to try to save, you know, geek culture or whatever, but again, he's just fueling the fire that I don't think is necessary. Absolutely. So I think for this being 3 episodes in, and for how I'm feeling on just these 3 episodes alone, if they have just kept the same formula and finished the season like this, oh my gosh, like, this has so much potential. This has so much potential to be the Trek that at least I am looking for, am wanting, you know. And again, there was only one fight scene, pew pew scene, and that was the 2nd episode. That's it. And I'm still wanting more because I'm invested. I'm really looking forward to getting to know the characters, getting to know what the problem of the week is, seeing how they work through it, the genuine camaraderie that's coming through the screen. It's there. They all say the same crap. Yeah, loved how Pike got those people that would stuff. Yeah, that was really good, Sam. Again, La'an is interesting, and you know, that reveal of what we all thought, it, you know, it was confirmed. Essentially, hey, I got banned by one guy for showing the flaws they had in their anger. Guess people don't like him. Yeah, no, they don't. And to him, you were just hating on his opinion or something like that, and that was enough for him to just ban you. You don't like La'an because she's not Canadian enough? It's not even that deep. It's not even that deep. No. Like I said, I loved her in the 1st episode. It was just her being trying to be in your face on the 2nd one. The 3rd one, she kind of simmered down, but it was more centric to Una, so that's why. But again, you know, La'an really surprised me in the 1st episode because I thought it was gonna be more about Pike and Una, but then it became about Pike and La'an. I totally enjoyed what she was doing there when it came to sort of being that lone survivor. She is playing that, right? And I get it. And even though I say I had a problem with her in the 2nd episode, it doesn't mean I don't like her. I like La'an, and I love how it was more like what was revealed in the 3rd episode, even more so now, right? So it's why I'm careful when I share my opinion. Triz is a bit more understanding, which is another reason he's on. Oh, Chikad. Well, thank you, Sam. But again, one thing I try to also tell myself when I overanalyze something like a show like this is, or anything, is it's not real, but things can be taken away from it and or just be enjoyed for what it is. Period, point blank. It could just be enjoyed for what it is. And it doesn't have to necessarily be anything about being woke, being left, being right, up or down. Just a product that will make you feel good. You know what I mean? Just after you watch it, you just think, wow, I want more. I want to see more. You know, I'm gonna hate it when they take. I'm probably sure they're gonna be taking a mid-season break, probably. Of course, part of the issue could be tends to be brutally honest. There's nothing wrong with being honest, ABN. I think as long as you don't make it a personal attack. The only times that I've reacted to certain things, whether in real life or on stream or online, is when they've made it about attacking me. Do you know what I mean? Where I don't like you because you like the show, or I don't like the show that you like. There's a difference between the two, I think. And as long as you're not attacking like the King Xerxes, or there's another comment that apparently was in the held for review, called me like a shill for cryptic. Which video was that? I think it was the Gem Hadar video I did, the legendary bug. He said I was being a shill for cryptic, but he called me like literally used exclamation SD on me. Called me a shill. I was like, okay, well, I didn't even respond to that. So I literally just deleted his comment. Another one, he made another comment saying that I was just a sellout or something. I'm like, again, it's not that deep. And someone else mentions, okay, going back to Stowe, all this lag, Cryptic's not going to get a penny from me until they fix all this lag. I get it, you know. Seriously, yeah, seriously nowadays, for sure. Yeah, like Xerxes, yeah, I remember that guy. Yep, Jonathan Parker. No, it wasn't Jonathan Parker. No, it was like a weird name. When Xerxes, he threw another comment and yet he didn't respond. Yeah, no, I think what he does, and it was either Greg or Simondis that said he just drives by. He's a drive-by troll. He'll make a comment, won't even go circle back to it to see if the content creator responds, because probably he's done that before and has just gotten either blocked or whatever, so he just makes a comment, moves on. But it's funny because it means he's watching the video. At least the last video he made the comment on, Sam, right? I don't have to agree with you to be kind. You prefer understanding of what others, and honestly, I don't feel need to talk about. Yeah. It can just be as simple as, yeah, you know, I don't like it. I don't agree with that. All right, cool. Okay, sure, that's fine. Yep, sounds like a ban coming. I was told to be nice, so I don't respond to this comment safer. Yeah, again, it's anything that I've responded to, and I think I told McStud this and Spencer, I would like to at least give it a shot in terms of winning someone over. Like, that's why I said, Xerxes, come over to stream. Or I'd respond to someone, hey, listen, I'm just trying to be positive here because this, Star Trek/Star Trek Online is my safe mental space. And this one person, I think his name's, he keeps commenting on videos, whatever, I can't remember his name, but his profile pic is of a starship, and he's pretty negative about Star Trek Online because he said he's gotten screwed before by them. He's never actually said what has screwed him over, but every time that I'm positive about any videos, he just can't find the... I've always said, I know Star Trek Online is not perfect. It is not perfect, but I can work around it. Yeah, there's lagging. Yeah, there's whatever, but hopefully, with all this stuff, the requirement from Gearbox, maybe they'll kind of help that out. You know what I mean? Make sure some people won't like the Vesta. It's okay. Like different things. It's really... Yeah, go ahead. Go freaking... You don't like it, then you don't like it. There's nothing wrong with that. Move on. Just don't attack the person liking it. Don't attack the way that they want to enjoy playing the game. But when you call me this person called me a dickhead, essentially, and call me a shill or whatever, why would you say that? I've already told you that I just enjoy this for the sake of just enjoying it. Is this game perfect? Star Trek Online perfect? No, not by any means. Or a liar, calling me a liar, that you'll report me to the devs. For what? Saying that Star Trek Online console is like Star Trek Online PC? They have the same name, you idiot. You know what I mean? Like Xerxes? Yeah, exactly. It's just, it sort of just really blows my mind how people will literally have nothing better to do than try to crap on someone's, I don't know what you call it, happiness or whatever. You know, is their mental safe space trolling others, trying to be mean to others, and you know, going around just spreading, you know, hateful comments? It's just weird. No, thank you. So for the most part, I think that I try to do my very best, especially being on a public platform, to be not only positive but just really be me. Like this is not new in terms of who I am. And Sarcasm said it, not said it, but tweeted an interview of when I was on the show, and I was literally the same person then that I am now. I enjoy Star Trek online how I was then, same how I do it now. Had one guy when I was streaming go after me for even playing the game. That was a fun conversation. Told my mods to leave him alone and let him stay. Nice. Well, hey, you can talk. Come on over. You know what I mean? Try it out. See how far that gets you. Lightly told Xerxes to grow up. Yeah, Sam, he did. Xerxes. I mean, you're gonna have people like that, and just like what I tell people who try Star Trek Online, the best thing you need to do is find like-minded captains so that you can enjoy the game however you guys enjoy the game. My issue is forget the polite. Yeah, I mean, if they want to have a discussion, again, if they're making it personal, that's different, right? That's going to be different if they make the attacks personal. Someone stoked about learning. You didn't know that, and they let you in this group. And I said it's unnecessary. Yeah, that's, get out of here. That is so stupid. Don't know what LLAP is. He doesn't belong there. What? Get out of here. Who do you think you are? Like, that's what I love to just ask. Who do you think you are to tell me how to play a game? To tell me how to enjoy something that I have loved for X amount of time? Who do you think you are? Get over yourself. You're no one. You know what I mean? Anyone who comes here onto the bridge, whether it be YouTube or Twitch, if you start acting like that, who do you think you are? Well, that guy got permabanned by the streaming company. It was funny. No, Augie. What we are talking about are people who think they have the right to tell other people how to act, play the game, like something, or something like that. Spamming spacebar, having fun. Yeah, exactly. So for the most part, again, I'm leaning into my feels, and I'm glad that I leaned into this Strange New Worlds, because to come away from one episode having two feels from it, one from Pike and Una, and then Una and Mabenga, like that was unexpected, and that's what I'm loving about it personally. And I can't wait till the next episode. I hate having to wait a week, but you know, having the chance to talk about the episodes and having a chance to be brought back to my childhood. That's what I love. You know, that feeling. Talking about golden locks of hair. Oh, golden locks of hair. Okay. Well, captains, I think we're gonna call it here. It's 1:30. The older Kirk I've seen behind. Yeah. I appreciate you, Captain, stopping by. This was just a test stream, but this is also part of me wanting to stream on YouTube a lot more. Doesn't mean I'm going to stop streaming on Twitch, but again, I know you, Rob, you're not there anymore. Mixed-Up, I'm not sure if you're here, but thank you for those memberships here on the YouTube bridge. I'm humbled. And I appreciate you always stopping by, captains. This was awesome. All we did for 2 hours and 2.5 hours was talk about Star Trek Online and Strange New Worlds. I couldn't be more happier. You know, this is probably one of my most favorite streams where we just get to talk, where we just get to, you know, be with like-minded people and enjoy the Trek for what it is. Despite your unwashed casual nature. I love all of you. I really do. Good night as always. It was fun. Yes, indeed. So what is it? Tomorrow's Friday. Friday, what I will do is I'll stream on PS4, get that done. The paperwork that I need to get there done. And then probably Saturday, do another stream here on YouTube. So I need to laugh on you, Bosco. Oh, again, captains, I do appreciate you stopping by. We will definitely go between both bridges just because it's just a different conversation that we've had both. And just for this to be a 2.5-hour conversation of Star Trek nonstop, it's just been awesome. So, captains, we're going to leave it there. Thank you so much. We will see you guys, you caps, again tomorrow.